watching DGTV. Do you know what your children are watching? Today's DGTV news and commentary is brought to you by Gallo Wines, a wine to share.
The first time I saw her, her smile was light and tender as the morning sun. For the woman whose smile still warms you, a light and tender wine. Gallo Pink Chablis belongs to the world you share and makes your world a special place. Gallo Pink Chablis, a special wine to share.
And now here is the star of DGTV news and commentary, Darren Gilbert. Here's Darren.
It looks like the Democrats did not get the last election in the United States. Senator Harry Reid tried to pass through a multi-trillion-dollar omnibus spending bill this past week in the U.S. Senate, and a couple of loser Republicans almost got suckered into it, threatening to sponsor the bill, in part because they were themselves going to be leaving office at the end of this year, i.e. the senator from Utah. However, the Tea Party movement contacted a number of senators, and a number of Democrats changed their minds, and all of the Republicans that were threatening to sponsor this bill also changed their minds, and Reid pulled the bill, saving American taxpayers billions, if not trillions of dollars in the future. They also extended the Bush tax cuts, which were going to expire at the end of this year. So for the next 2 years, there will be no income increase in the U.S. income tax rate. President Obama obviously compromising because he understood what the last election was about there. Item: Ontario provincial politics. Liberal Premier Dalton McGuinty is cutting 12 government agencies, getting rid of them. This is something good he's doing for a change. However, he created 30 of them. So we still have a net gain of 18 of them. How about getting rid of the other 18 you created? Lately, McGuinty's been doing a few things which seem to reveal he understands that the electorate are looking for austerity programs and careful governance with our taxpayers' dollars. But to quote myself from a few weeks ago, for 7 years you've been ripping us off, Liberal government, and we're not going to forget it in October of next year when the next election hits. Item: Mayor Ford, the newly elected mayor of Toronto, had a good week. Aside from cutting free food at council meetings, which costs about $50,000 a year, Councillor Paula Fletcher was very upset about this because now she's got to pay her assistants to go out and bring her coffee. How about going to the store and buying a coffee maker and putting it in your office, Ms. Fletcher? Councillor Ford was able to declare the TTC, the Toronto Transit Commission, a essential service this past week. That means beginning in March, there will be no more strikes at the Toronto Transit Commission. The bus drivers, the subway drivers, the streetcar drivers, they can't hold us ransom anymore when their contracts are up every few years. Now, there's a problem with this because sometimes the arbitrators cave in and give in to the unions, and this ends up costing taxpayers more money. It needn't be that way just because it has been that way in the past. Let's get some good arbitrators to make logical decisions. Secondly, when you have a strike, it costs the city millions and it creates absolute gridlock. Ford was also able to cut councillors' office budgets. Ford and the councillors that allied with them. I should give credit to them as well. The office budgets are now cut from $52,000 down to $30,000 per year. That is substantial savings and very symbolic. And also they got rid of the $60 registration tax effective January 1. So in Toronto, when you go to renew your driver's license, it no longer costs $60. To register your car is no longer $60. So that has been cancelled. And finally, in other news, writer, producer, director Blake Edwards has passed away at the age of 88. Blake Edwards was known for many movies, including Breakfast at Tiffany's, 10, starring Bo Derek and Dudley Moore, but his greatest creation was the Pink Panther saga, a number of films starring Peter Sellers as Inspector Clouseau, and movies related to the Pink Panther Diamond. Edwards had succumbed to pneumonia and died in his hospital bed with his family next to him. Actor Blake Edwards, dead at the age of 88. Yes, I knew he's dead at the age of 88. Well, that is another week, and you have yourself a good week. I'm Darren Gilbert, and this is DGTV News and Commentary. Goodbye.